Sir.
Thank you, Gary. To give you a little bit of my background, I was not born in India. I was born in Nairobi, Kenya. And we had a society where Punjabis, Gujaratis, Muslims, Sikhs, you name it, we all lived together. We celebrated each other's festivals. We visited each other's temples. I even remember that we had a Muslim friend whose wedding, they brought vegetarian food for us from home because their wedding was not catering for vegetarians. So that was the kind of unity and that was the kind of oneness which we experienced over there. And that is the kind of oneness we should have in the US as well as in our individual cities. We should not really be concerned about Sikh or Hindu. We should be concerned about humanity at large.
Right.
It was one of the speakers mentioned about the Muslim population. There's a huge segment of population in India, which is of Muslim origin. And Indian Muslims are part of our community as well. So our outreach has to be towards them too. And we have to be inclusive. Problems come up when we start identifying ourselves. Rather than saying that I am of Indian origin, we start saying I am of Jat origin, or I'm Khatri, or I'm Bania, or I am Marwadi. That's where the problems come up. We have to start thinking, our mindset has to change. We have to consider ourselves of Indian origin. And once we do that, then we have to start considering everybody who is here from India or Indian origin as one people. Which Gurudwara or which mandir or which masjid we go to is our individual problem or individual issue. We have roti beti rishta amongst ourselves. My mother-in-law is from a Sikh family. So, I've gone to the Gurdwara more often than I've gone to the mandir. So we have to bring that cohesiveness back again. And the politics in India, the politicians in India will come and go. Give a damn about them.
Yes, beautiful.
Political issues in India will come and go. Who gives a damn about that? They'll sort themselves out. We have to be concerned about our economic welfare, our social welfare, and how we are fitting into society at large within the US. That's what we should be concerned about. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Samra, please. Mr. Samra.
Mr. Gary, you have done very good event. These kind of events, probably India's most of the problems will be solved. If we people of every community can get together like this and discuss our problems, issues ever come up, and we give our own thoughts on that, and then we pass it over to the Indian government, their consulates over here, their embassy, they will consider it. When we fight with each other and nothing is achieved, then they don't count anything. We are here very kind of cream of India, those people who come into USA or other Western countries. So if we learned from here, there is, and we are in USA, there are people from different religions. There is no, you go to job, you go to anywhere, we get together, people from all religions, they are there. If you just go with IALA or other Indian organizations, there are people from all religions and everything. If something comes up comes up from India, something comes out, then people, all those leaders, they get together and put their mind, first of all, the farmers' problem. If we are concerned about India, about the farmers, why don't we get together and we give our pros and cons on that? Which one is good, which one is bad? What the political parties, they promised before the election. The election over there, before election, the political parties' agenda should be mandated. If they say these things should be done, they should be considered legally binding on them. If they say the Swaminathan report, all the government, all the parties come, they promise that will be executed. Why didn't they do it when they wasted so many years to finalize it? After that, they have been freezing it. Those people, to me, I'm a farmer and I belong to farmer community over there. I will know better problems for the farmers over there. All other people belonging to different trades, they should put into their thoughts over there. If Swaminathan report is not right, then why it is not right? Why we took so long? If it was not right before the elections, why didn't they put their mind that it's not practicable? Why they give that promise to the farmers? Then it's not an issue of Hindu, Sikh, and Muslim. It's an issue of society. I think there is no problem with the public. People, we meet anybody before, when we come to this country, somebody speak Hindi, somebody speak Urdu, somebody speak Punjabi. We were all happy together. We will get together. Well, as soon as we got getting more in numbers, we started bringing the same issues like they were going in our parent countries. When we came 20 years back, you see, nobody was talking about these things. Right now, because our numbers went up.
And Indian diaspora consists of really all caste and all religion. They are Hindus, they are Sikhs, they are Bodh, they are Muslims, and they are all living happily, peacefully, and they have contributed tremendously towards the welfare and goodwill for India. Unfortunately, what we saw within the last few weeks was not very pleasant. And I don't mince my word. I'll call a spade. There were a few agitations which were, well, of course, people are free to show and express their wishes, but the liberty has a responsibility. So we have to be responsible people, as NRIs, no matter which country we are living. So we have to be careful and we have to be respectful to the local rules and regulations. We need to pay respect to the local laws, and we have to act accordingly. And I was so pleased when Garyji said that there are 98% in survey, and 98% is a big number of a survey. That really people wants to live peacefully. People have no trouble. And I'll say openly now, I don't want to miss my word. I say Hindus and Sikh, they are brothers. We have a roti beti rishta. We all are together in it, and we should respect each other. Having said that, if there are certain genuine concerns, which some people have, in every rule and regulation you create, any bill you pass, everywhere, not 100% people are safe. But I would say that this farm bill was, as far as I'm concerned, it was very good. And maybe people did not understand, or they did not understood it. See, the problem is mob has many heads, but very few brains. So when we are in a mob, when we are outside, when we joining a group or we joining outside, sometimes we lose the direction and somehow we get carried away and we do not understand. But as far as I'm concerned, I have read this bill several times, and I have read this bill written, narrated by many people, and they say really eventually this bill will be very good. But some people, of course, sub-communities, some people did not agree with it, and they are free to do. But end of the day, I think this is the focus on us leaders, Sikh and Hindus, to really work towards the unity. And this unity is not going to get disturbed. I'm pretty sure. I have my Sikh friend. They are my close friend. They are my childhood friend, and we have no qualms whatsoever. So in my view, that this turmoil which we witnessed for a little while was a little bit disturbing. and hurtful. But really, any assault, any threats, any criminal intimidation, any disturbing videos are really not welcome. Uh, Whatever we saw is to some extent deplorable, but we will come through, and I hope the common sense will prevail, and we will be all together. If I may just touch upon something, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he formulated an egalitarian doctrine which really preached a message of love and harmony. So that's what it is. The Sikhism was founded on the principles of equality, love, and compassion. And the same in Hinduism. And same. So we are brothers, no matter what happened. I keep hammering this. We are brothers. And as community leader in this country, we have to be together and we have to give this message. And sooner or later, I'm sure everybody, common sense will prevail and people will realize. Thank you.
Dr. Sharma. I will come back again. Kamlesh Chauhan.
Well, my main point is to bring the harmony and the peace. Actually, my concern is youth, because our children are born here. If we start differences between Hindu and Sikh families, it will affect on generation in the future, in the campuses, in the education. So my concern is towards the future generation, because most of the time I see we put a youth in front of the rallies, whether it's an anti, whether it's a favor. And if we are giving a misinformation to the youth that Hindus and Sikhs are different, we are creating hatred among NRI. We should stop telling our children not to curse anybody, not use bad language, because as Sharma ji said, that Hindu and Sikhs are one root, one brother and sister relation. A lot of us have a marriages between, I am coming from Kashmiri race, I'm coming from Rajput race, I'm coming from a Hindus, and I am also from Punjab. Where shall I go? What should I teach my children? Only thing we can teach them is a unity and peace, and we are one. But it's an adult responsibility. It's an adult responsibility to teach their children, to do the peaceful rallies among Hindu and Sikhs.
Thank you very much. Mr. Vinod Gupta ji.
The thesis which is being presented by my two previous speakers is totally wrong, because they are talking of only Hindus and Sikhs. It is not so. If you go that line, you will be creating more troubles. If you see Subhash Chandra Bose, who was his chief of army staff, a Muslim. If you see Subhash Chandra Bose, one Hyderabad Muslim gave him 1 crore for his independence of India. If you read the Punjab history, lot of Muslims, Baba Farid, Guru Nanak's, his foundation of Golden Temple, we never teach to the kids in India, because 1/3 of the population of world is Muslims. India is surrounded by 2 major Muslim nations. If we think in that terms, if the today Prime Minister of India goes to Bangladesh, what it proves? The two friends have spoken total wrong concept of Indian philosophy. Why is going to Bangladesh to salute Sheikh Mujibur Rahman? India is a country which does not believe any Sikhs, Hindus, and Muslims. The liberation of India, Bangladesh was a real India, which did not think that Muslims have to be together on the basis of religion. So my friends have to think differently what is their thought in life. Second factor, I talked before. People say there is a clash of civilization. Today, world is more divided between Hindus, Sikhs, Muslims. Think about that. What is happening? Are the socioeconomic factors behind that? So my friends have to rethink everything. So there is a crisis in the world. What is the crisis? The crisis is corporate sector. It is the US where is the corporate sector dominant. It is the India which is a corporate sector dominant. And the four parameters of society: health, education, food, housing. All these are basic parameters of society. And you will be surprised, in the month of April, 25 nations of the world will get together for environment. We are thinking Hindus and Sikhs. That is not an issue. It is a very small thought process of life. If the country, you will see in April, all 25 countries of the world in flight of conflicts: Russia, India, China, Soviet Union, United States. There will be 25 video conferencing on
Okay,
environment.
Vinodji.
Let us come to that point. Thank you.
Vinodji, thank you. Sunil Agarwal.
Thank you, Gary for giving an opportunity and platform to us. We all migrated to United States. We fortunately belong to a very great civilization, that's India. Instead of discussing about our Indian American problems, Indian American community problems, we discuss about India. That is not gonna go well down to our next generation. We migrated here for better life, for better lifestyle, but still we are talking about Indian issues, Indian protest. Up to certain extent, it's okay, but not to that extent that we are starting polluting the environment. So my concern is our Indian American community. It's very tiny. It's like 4 million people, 1.2% of the population, and see the hate crime against Indian Americans. In 2019, data suggests that 484 hate crime were motivated by ethnicity. 1,650 attacks were based on the victim's religion. They are gonna stay. So our response as a community response should we are together and we are answering to local calls, not which is very remote like India, or any Indians from India is coming to rescue us. No, we are the one who will live together. We will help each other, and that is the only way to move forward. When we have any rally, what kind of people and what people are thinking about us, this should be our concern. People are abusing us. Why you are doing rally over here when something is going in India? That's what I heard. It's a pro or it's against. So my only concern is, as a tiny Indian American population, we should be very united. Doesn't matter who religion or what kind of ideology you follow. We should help each other, and we should have very good harmony. We are very tiny population. That's what I can say.
Okay, Bajinder Sidhu, please.
Okay, Gary I agree 100% with Sunil Agarwal. I've been member in the ILA. So we see in all organizations, we work together. We are successful. We are successfully professionally. And the issue you have started, that why we started today's discussion, is because there are some issues in the community. So as the way of Americans do, let's determine the problem, why the issue started. Here, the first speaker was Dr. I forgot his name.
Sharma.
Sharma. He, at the start, he made a statement that farm issues are great for farmers. That issue itself is the serious problem, because we sitting here should say, well, let those things be dealt in India, because I can bring 10 examples saying those issues are unconstitutional. So I don't want to go there. Let's stop right here. And our effort is to create harmony between all our NRI brothers and sisters. We live happily in America, and rather we create a lobby here for our own rights within the American system. So that's why I request to everyone that we don't pass judgment whether the laws are right or wrong, and that will create emotional emotional response from people. And when you start to talk emotionally, then things go wrong. So let's look at in a professionally that, okay, there is an issue going on. Basically, it's a lot related with the political things, right? So I can make a lot of statements and then things can go negative all the way. So let's stop in a way that community builds things together. We do things together. If one needs help, we go there to help each other. If there is any issue, like, for example, Vinodji said that right now there is so much division, even in America, on the basis of the religion. It's because the leader created that. You know, that the past leader created that division so that he can benefit from it. So similarly, this is quite common in different countries, even including India, that at the time of election, we try to divide on the basis of religion or some caste or something. So we, as citizens here, we should try to avoid those issues and try to don't discuss those. Just say how we can create harmony without stepping on each other's toes. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Girsali, please.
Yeah. Sabko namaskar. Good morning.
Namaskar.
I agree with Mr. Sunil Agrawal ji 100%, and Sardarji just now he spoke. Yes, we are all citizens of United Nations, United States. Is 100% true. Whatever India is independent democracy, they do, it is their problem. But we have a special relations, Matrabhumi, Karmabhumi, Janmabhumi, relatives are there, properties are there, a lot of things are there. But we are here now, we are getting old. What is future? Our children, our grandchildren. So how they should adjust here? So one thing, we are only 3.5 million people, 1% of the population. We have to come together. Another thing, these people, Biden talks about his Irish heritage. Kennedy talks about Irish heritage. Clinton talks about Irish heritage. We will also talk about our Sanatana Dharma heritage. Sikhs are in India, they are happy. I come from Karnataka. There are a lot of Sikh businesses. They are very, very happy. I worked in Mumbai. Sikhs are happy. All over India, Sikhs are happy. Nobody is going to talk to them. Nobody is there. Bye, ho raha hai. My grandniece married a Sikh. I felt very happy last year in Livermore. We participated. We had a fantastic wedding. Do you understand that? So we have to focus here. So we should not do too much in Indian politics. Of course, I support a political party in India.
Sure.
Why? Because I want to bring these two countries together.
Definitely.
Anybody who wants to bring India, USA together, I'm a selfish guy. I want good things to happen to this country and good things happen to my motherland.
Yes.
I'm purely selfish. I want good things happen to my children and my grandchildren and my Sanatana Dharma people. I can go to Buddhist temple, no problem. I can go to Sikh temple, no problem. I can go to Hindu temple, no problem. Let us continue same thing. Let us respect each other. Let us work together. That's what we should be. You know, we should not go detail what happened farmers. It is India's problem. Let Modi ji solve it. Captain Saab solve it. It is not my headache, not your headache. All the farmers here, they are very rich and doing very well. Not only they are doing, they are helping people. We salute them. Samraji. How many times Samraji has helped our Indian events? Very happy to see. You understand that? So let us be good citizens here.
Okay. Ajay ji, Gary Ale. Correct.
Anji, thank you, Gary ji, once again. So I mean, it's enlightening to listen to so much of a thought process. I mean, I would want to stick to the topic what we have for today. Dr. Sial talked about oneness. I mean, I think that's the key. That's a very key word. I mean, oneness within all of us. Where is that coming from? Basically, if you think about it, that oneness is the heritage that we have inherited from where we all come from. We shouldn't forget that. I mean, a lot of us are here talking about, oh, we are worried about NRIs and our businesses and how we should worry about. Exactly. I do not disagree with that, because we are here, we are now, this is our country, but at the same time, we that's our birthplace. I mean, that is what our principal interest today is. That's the topic today, because that's what we are discussing here. that what's happening in India is impacting us here as a community. So a lot of the speakers already spoke about it. We got to rise above that religion, caste, sect. Uh, we have to have tolerance. We have to have respect for each other. That is the key thing we teach our even children, right? That's how our parents have taught us. We got to respect. So what respect? We got to be compassionate about whatever other people are from other community. We got to respect your thought process. We got to love what you do. We can't say that your way of doing thing is wrong and mine is right. So we got to be tolerant. In a nutshell, we have to be tolerant. Community divide is not uh, going to help. To tell you, I mean, my background, I am actually a genocide sufferer. I'm a Kashmiri. I'm a Hindu who was a sufferer from a genocide because of a religious bias. I mean, honestly speaking, but that doesn't mean I'm going to hold that in my heart and I am
Yeah.
going to disrespect the others. I mean,
Yes,
I got to teach. I mean, that's the only way. I mean, with our children, even. I mean, whenever we talk to them, if if we're disrespectful to them, they're not going to accept us. I mean, it's same within the community. I mean, the principles are the same. I mean, again, some of us already spoke about the fact that we shouldn't worry about the political things, what's happening in India. We have to understand what other person is trying to say. We got to come to a table where we can talk to them, we can give them our thought process, but again, in a very respectful manner. I mean, I think that is where that oneness
very good.
Dr. C, I'll talk about will come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now maybe I take few minutes.
Again, we, the first generation, are responsible for that.
We discuss a lot of different way. Dr. Parveen Sal, I have got a chance to be talk to him few times. Even he came in the debate also few times. Uh, two things very clear. Dr. Sal said he was born there in the other country. He's not Indian. His father was Indian. Similar, our children are coming in the future. Why he's worried about India? What he talked last time, 2 times before also. He didn't talk about too much farmers. He talked about corruption. We should be truthfully talk about this. Does not matter BJP come, does not matter Congress come. We are enemy of our country if we don't talk about this. Who's creating a jobs? Who is keeping a minorities in line? Who's not talking about religion? That country, wherever the religion involved, that any country, go to Muslim country, that will be a big problem in the future also. My time is finished now. Banod,
As you have said that the agenda of a nation everywhere, whether India or USA or any, is jobs. So if jobs are created by any state, we welcome it as you have said. So if you see the scenes in India, or they have to have a plan, a model, where how many jobs have been created or not. If you do not create jobs, you are out. So that is the agenda for India. And regarding corruption is concerned, as you have been saying, I found a survey in India. How much is the percentage of corruption carries a weight in India? You have to be together on issues.
okay,
Issues are more important than any political party, any political leader.
okay,
So if
Agree.
issues are not there, you will fight.
okay, Dr. Sharma.
Oh, thank you again. Actually, my couple of my remarks in the beginning were because of the backdrop of what really happened due to those events. So that's why I focused on that issue. I wasn't really, we're not really here discussing, other problems or word issues or other issues. So I was mainly focusing on that aspect of the events. So that was my understanding, but obviously I mistook it in some way. So finally, I would just say, as far as we are concerned, this Indian diaspora in this country, and quite frankly, we are no more Indian now here. We are Indian American. If you want to identify yourself with India, that's fair enough. Very many people make very meritorious arguments, and I don't want to puncture anybody's argument because they're all valid and good arguments. So I will just say to maintain again that we should do to promote the unity among ourselves in this country.
We will
Thank
continue. Okay, Kamlesh Chan, 1 minute.
Okay, I will be fast. My main concern, as I said, Gary, how we going to remove the hatred already bred in our young, just in a couple of days ago. Remember one thing, past is the root on which the tree of the present will blossom into the flower of the future. So what we are concerned, the future of our children's, that bring a love, go to the Gurdwara, go to the temple, make a classes for the youth people and talk to them that we are one.
Okay, Sunil Agarwal, 1.5 minutes.
Yes, Garyji, I would appreciate everyone giving so wonderful thought and coming together. Definitely, I always think about Indian American community. That's my priority. Not, yeah, we are attached to India emotionally, but we left that country. And difference of opinion is okay. It should not be basis of hatred. We always should try to promote our love and harmony among us. This should be our priority. And again, the priority should be how Indian American as a unit can be benefited in this system. We may be facing more hatred crime, but it's not gonna ask. Nobody is gonna ask whether you belong to this religion or that region of India, or you belong to that party of India. It's a pure hatred based on the skin color and maybe any other color. But when we have a strong community, strong voices, and strong affiliation with the political parties, it's gonna benefit all Indian community.
Baljinder Sidhu.
I think Sunil said it everything. I fully agree with him. We focus on ourselves to remain a harmonious NRI community in America, and also sometimes you see one community doing something and try to avoid do something which is then irritate that even more. Think positively. Two wrongs can be good. Yeah. So we work we talk to each other first before we take any decision, saying how we can solve something, rather than going emotional. And again, I'm 100% what Sunil said, and I think this way our lives will be good. Our children will get a better lesson, as Kamlesh said. So let's move on this way. Thank you.
Beautiful. Dr. Gisali.
Very good thoughts. And, we should unite all the NRI community. We must unite and do jointly. And the fact is, we should not forget India has become a superpower. Everybody is representing. You can never imagine a temple being built in a Middle East country. It has been built with the help of sheikhs and other things. In 2 months, they are going to start a Swaminarayan temple. It never happened. Yesterday, you saw Modi ji visiting a mosque, Muslim, all the leaders coming and showing prayers to him, appreciating him. Now, United States, Japan, and 2 other countries, they have joined together, formed a Quad alliance. So India has become a superpower. And one good thing, yes, corruption is there. India, it is not disappeared, but not even a single BJP guy has been sent to jail on corruption charges. Please understand that. Okay, Modi's salary goes 90% to charity. So please, just like, so India has totally changed. So do not treat India as like banana country. Please. Okay, we don't have India. Last week, Indian government said NRIs are foreign citizens. We are foreigners for them. Legally, we are all foreign citizens. Please understand that.
We will make you leader here. Don't worry about that. Some people have, I know a lot of people, Congress people, we will change India.
So,
don't worry about that. I know you very well. Okay, God bless you. Okay.
Any Congress leader put in jail? As there was any corruption in Congress?
Don't go to this topic.
Corruption in Modi's regime.
Next time.
When they are out of power, they will
जी आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही अच्छी आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही clear
Binodji, listen. We are a very good topic there. Some people have a different feeling. Next topic, next meeting, definitely we will talk about topic there to better for India. Gatsali don't belong to India. Modi don't belong to Gatsali. Okay, Modi belongs to me. He have to serve my country. I will be take a hammer. I will say, hey, Modi ji, do it. What are you talking, Gatsali? Samra, please. Let me wrap up.
Let's do everything unitedly and with harmoniously, but let's understand the problems of the people who are in pain. If we together listen to them and hear what problems they have and we give them solutions or we satisfy them, that will be the solution of everything, and then we convey that message to the Indian government. If they don't listen us, they don't consider us, then we join the rallies with them.
And in your forum possibility, we will invite 100 people. Everybody, we will talk about Modi, we will talk about Captain, we will try to move corruption in India. Don't worry, together. We will work together.
Then I can show you some real foreign problems that Modi ji is not considering. So you will see it practically.
Okay. Baljinder ji.
Peace. I think we have, this is a good discussion. Maybe if we want to continue, I think we had, everybody had their views, but I think we made a good points. Everybody made a good points.
God bless you. Okay.
Sure.
And we will talk about details. Okay. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Gary ji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
Dr. for bringing everything together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.